I was hearing that pacing very fast, like it was something coming towards me. My life flashed before my eyes, man. And all I could think about is like my daughter. I'm like, man, I'm finna turn her into a statistic. And I'm like, yo, this can't be life. You know, this can't be life.
An internet entrepreneur who has helped multiple individuals become millionaires.
When the switch just flip on for you?
It wasn't until I heard those words, nah, you can't afford that. How dare you say I can't afford something?
You're a master marketer, bro.
I teach people how to be the Gucci of whatever they're selling. If you're a snowflake, you ain't gonna make it in business. Why charge somebody that much? That's my value. That's my time. I was creating millionaires off that program because that's the only one that I had. And at that point, I produced 12 millionaires before I even created a different program.
How are you helping multiple people get to the $1 million status?
Man, so
What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the On the Pursuit podcast. We connect with 6, 7, 8-figure, 9-figure earners to tap into their brains, figure out what helped them become successful so I can bring that information to y'all so y'all can skip some of these steps. So tonight, I find myself in an undisclosed location in Florida, in a palace, rather.
In a castle.
In a castle.
All that. Come on.
With one of your favorite internet entrepreneurs, right? And he's made multiple millionaires, right? He's not someone that just became a millionaire, right? He helps people become millionaires, and that's something that we're gonna talk about. Mr. Keenan Williams, thanks for having me to your home, bro.
Of course.
Welcome to the podcast,
Always
bro.
welcome, brother. Let's go.
Yeah, man. Yo, don't say that, bro. I'll get a room. You know what I'm saying?
Not that welcome.
Don't be nice, bro.
Not that welcome.
I'm gonna get a room. You know what I'm saying? So first of all, bro, we just have to just talk about, where we at.
Yeah.
And show the people. Hopefully we'll get a little bit of B-roll. I'll kind of show y'all at least what this room looks like.
Come on.
But I want to ask you, first of all, how high are the ceilings and what's up with this chandelier?
40-foot ceilings, bro. You know what I'm saying? The chandelier is something that, that came with the home. And, I have a funny story about the ceilings. So it took artisans, like top artisans in the world to actually hand paint that whole ceiling. And it took them 3 years to do it, right? And I often joke, well, it took me 3 years to become successful from the point of, starting to finish, to the point where I was actually be able to afford a home like this. So I'm like, yo, they didn't even know they was making it for somebody else.
They was making it for you, bro.
While I was selling food stamps,
they didn't know they
was
for you.
Hey, yo, we selling it to that guy?
Yeah.
Come on now.
So let's give some clarity, right?
Yeah.
Give us, quick little rundown on the house. What's the stats of the house? How many rooms, right? How many bedrooms? How many bathrooms? What's the lot? Stuff like that.
Yeah. So 7-bedroom house. You know what I'm saying? If you convert to, as far as like the movie theater room, 9 total. And 7 bathrooms. So every bedroom has its own bathroom. Heated seats, bidet style.
Yeah. That's important, bro.
Yeah. Oh,
that's important.
For sure.
Yeah.
I can't never go back now.
Right?
Ever. But yeah, man.
Then what's the lot size, man? Because we pulled up, we just kept going.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And it's a gated situation. And another thing I noticed, it's gated, but it's a small, quaint community. Yeah. So it's not a gated community with like 40 homes, 50 homes.
Yeah.
It's a gated community with like 3 homes.
Yeah, bro. So the thing is, it's pretty much the whole property total sits on like 20 acres. I own 10 of them.
Gotcha.
So I bought the next door house too, because I don't want no neighbors.
Yeah.
So it wasn't enough for me to just buy the house. I'm like, yo, I've been in those situations where I'm staying next door, not really liking my neighbors or whatever case is. They not really liking me.
Yeah.
I'm too loud. They complain on me. Nah, we're not finna have that situation. So I ended up buying the next door lot too.
So what's in that lot right now? Is that where I'm gonna be staying?
Come on, that lot right there is where we're gonna do the masterminds and everything at.
Fire, bro.
I'm talking about they used to do wedding venues there, so you can get 400-500 people out there.
So that's kind of like what Rick Ross is doing with the Promised Land.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have your own Promised Land.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, that's crazy. What are you gonna call it?
It's the guarantee land.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it, bro.
Yes, sir.
I like it.
Yes,
the
sir.
guarantee land.
Come
guarantee
on.
Land. So was this in your vision, or did this happen? Like how did this manifest, bro?
Oh man. Funny story, man. So as my journey persisted and I started to get better, because once you get better, you end up making more money. Subsequently, you make more money the better you get at entrepreneurship. You know what I'm saying? So it was one of those things where I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna hustle up. I'm gonna get this money together and everything, and I'm gonna buy me a mansion. Now, the amount of money I paid for this was not in the picture at all. right? So I'm over here looking at $1 to $2 million mansions. That's all I was looking at. That's all I know that my family, I'm like, okay, cool, we just need to look for this. But every time we would go look for a $1 to $2 million mansion, they would snatch them up super quick. So I've been here for 2 years. So, and you know, around that time, it was right after COVID or whatever the case is. So, you know, the housing market was on fire. I'm talking about literally, I'm walking in houses, the realtor showing me the house, and they got a FaceTime of potential buyers literally on the phone too. So they showing all of us and they saying, hey, we want this, kick them out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was happening like that.
That's crazy.
You know, I was just saving my money and everything. You know, I was staying in a nice subdivision. You know, it was 4,000 square foot home. You know what I'm saying? So it was nice. You know, I just knew for a fact, for me, it wasn't enough. You know, and, you know, I had my Rolls Royces parked out there and everything, and people was on the internet. I'm talking about like celebrities. You know, like, oh, nah, you don't look like you all that rich. You over here standing in the subdivision. And you know, like they was getting on me. I'm talking about football players.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking all types of people. And I'm like, yo, y'all don't even know that right now I'm actually saving my money so I can afford what I really want.
Yeah.
And I don't want debt. So I always wanted to say, yo, if I need to get it, I'm going to at least pay for 80 to 90% of it. And then, you know, pay it off in a couple months or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
So, you know, just looking at Florida, a whole bunch of houses, whatever the case is, I end up looking at this one. I'm talking, this is actually after looking at hundreds of homes. So I was over on my private page with my students. We looking at every mansion. Oh my God, I love it at all. They just love everything, right? Because the homes are nice, but it's not like this. Now,
Yeah, this is a palace, bro.
Yeah, you got the feeling when you walked in?
Yeah.
As soon as I walked in,
Yep.
first thing I said,
This my house?
I'm too poor to buy this house.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's the first thing I said.
But you know what? That
on.
makes sense.
Yeah.
You know why that makes sense? Is because like you said, you looking at 1 or 2s.
Yeah.
This is not a 1 or 2.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
So I can see why that might, like that subconscious might have kicked that in really quick.
Yeah, yeah.
So work through that. So when'd you flip that into like,
Bro,
I deserve to be here?
It was crazy because, you know, as I'm, you know, looking at the house and everything, you know, the previous owner showing me all the specs because he owns a real estate company and everything. So he's showing me everything. And he hand built this, so everything is super detailed. So we spent like 3 or 4 hours just talking about the detail of the home, you know, because it's really worth 10. So he's showing us all the detail and all this and that, you know, showing us all the cool little tricks and gadgets. You can't tell nobody, it's not even on the floor plan, like all types of stuff. I'm talking about that, man.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm like, okay, cool. He's showing me all these things. I'm still feeling, as he's talking, like, I'm too poor for you telling me this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I wasted your time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I wasted your time and everything. And, you know, I'm still walking through. He's showing us all the things, showed us the bedroom, you know, and I'm like, yo, this is amazing. Just can't afford it. And I was looking at my wife, and she looking, smiling, like, I'm looking like,
You giving her a signal?
you know what I'm saying? Like they looking at me, I'm looking at her, we can't do this, not this one, not that one, you know what I mean? But it was one of those things, as soon as we went home, I couldn't stop thinking about it. Literally.
I mean, it's a statement.
Yeah.
It's a statement, bro. And I know it feels a way when you come home every time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know it kind of gives you that.
Yeah, because this house was on the market, you know what I'm saying? Like, they wasn't touching this one. And it wasn't because it was a bad home. It was that price point.
Yeah.
People was comfortable in that $1 to $2 million range. I was competing with everybody in Florida for $1 to $2 million. But when you talk about 5 and above, that's when I'm talking about Tom Brady type. You know what I'm saying? You talk about the best of the best. People have been doing what they've been doing for 30 to 50 years to be able to afford something like this.
Yeah.
And here I am, a person who just started 3 years ago at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, can I really do this and that? So I just said, you know what? Let me make it happen. In order to buy a $5 million
made an
house,
offer.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Made an offer.
Yeah, bro.
So talk about that real quick, man, because that's interesting.
Yeah, bro.
People see you on the internet,
Yeah.
right? You have a certain level of presence.
Yeah.
Right? A certain level of confidence, swag, presentation.
Yes, sir.
I mean, look at you right now.
Come on.
I mean, I might need to step up, bro. I mean, you might have to put me on a little bit right there, real
Like
quick.
20. Like 20.
You know what I'm saying?
Like 20.
But to hear you right now be like, when you first stepped into here, you had a little bit of that lack mindset.
Yeah.
Those that might follow you or might be tuned into you,
Yeah.
they may not even assume that you still have those certain type of experiences.
Yeah.
Like even at the level that you're at.
Right.
You know what I mean? So why don't we kind of walk through that a little bit?
Okay.
So you felt that way. Then what was the point where you transitioned to actually being able to actually take the movements to acquire the property?
Man, it was pretty much everybody who I was telling about the home, they all co-signed and said, nah, you need to be doing it without, you know what I'm saying? Like, one of them would be my mama. I love my mama. Del, shout out to you, mama, if you're watching, man. But she was one of the first people. Baby, there ain't no start a home. Go get you something that's 100,000, 200,000. Like, Mom, I'm a successful entrepreneur.
Yeah.
I don't want to get no 1 or 2. You know what you get for 1 or 200,000 in Florida?
A bedroom.
A shack.
Yeah, facts.
Or just a porta potty or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you talking about?
You get less for that in LA, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But I was like, wow, no. But, you know, it was just people saying, nah, man, you can build your own home for half the fraction of the cost. I'm like, this right here, I would be too scared to push it to this limit. You feel me? Like, my creativity would be blocked based off of the price point that I knew I would have to, you know, invest to come up with this vision.
Yeah, you could tell this is built with nothing spared as far as like the price point.
Exactly.
Yeah, y'all can't tell. The ceilings is wild. The chandelier, we mentioned that earlier, it's crazy.
Come on.
He got dual staircases going the opposite direction all the way around.
Come on.
And then it's got this elaborate balcony, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy in here. It's crazy. And well, when you bought this property, did it come with the furniture?
Nah.
So you selected this?
Yeah, bro.
Yo, he got the old school phone, just like Cleopatra.
Yeah.
It's crazy in here, yo. You know what I'm saying? And the old school record player.
Come on.
The details match, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, all my furniture from my last place is still at my last place.
I can see that.
Every piece.
Yeah. You ain't putting no...
I'm like, I can't bring IKEA.
Nah, you can't.
IKEA was the last place.
Yeah.
IKEA can't go in here.
Nah, I can't go
Because I can't bring nobody to work and be like, that's IKEA.
Yeah,
like,
facts.
That would kill
It
me.
ain't gonna match.
That would take me.
It ain't gonna match.
Yeah.
So Moms was saying, nah, she was like, get the 1 or 2.
Yeah.
People were saying, nah, you can build something. Too expensive.
Too expensive.
When the switch just flip on for you?
It was when, I think it was my older cousin. It was either my older cousin or just somebody who was close to the family, you know, that I was speaking to. It's one of those two. I can't remember because it's vague. But they said things and they said oh, no, you can't afford that.
Then I kicked on that competitiveness.
I take offense to that.
Yeah, testosterone.
Right? It's different when my mom saying, baby, they ain't a starter home.
Facts.
Because this was my first purchase home. And you know, normally your first purchase home, you start off here.
Yeah. You
but
get
I'm like,
a little
I'm
something.
already successful, so I don't want to just start at that level. Can't get no little, condo. I got a wife and 4 children. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, I need a house. And it wasn't until I heard those words, nah, you can't afford that. How dare you say I can't afford something? You know, not me, Mr. Come up with these thoughts, been able to, grind from $300 and make $3 million his first year in business.
Come on,
you know
now.
what I'm saying? Faster than almost any entrepreneur in the world, billionaire and otherwise. So I already look, Jeff Bezos didn't make money this quick.
Yeah.
Elon Musk, none of them didn't touch what I touched that fast. So I'm like, I can do anything I want. So it was one of those things, okay, pen to paper, what we need to do to make this
This
happen.
is the dude I'm talking about, bro. That's why I'm here. You see how that switch?
Come on,
you know what I'm
bro.
saying?
Come on.
So somebody
Come
told
on.
you couldn't do it.
Come on. You see how I got that?
And you turned into Papi Chulo.
I was just there, bro.
You know what I'm saying? You was Keenan Williams a second ago.
You know?
Just turn into Papi Chulo. All I gotta do is say you can't do it.
Oh, boy, come on. It come out just that quick.
Is your revenue stuck? If you're an entrepreneur and your revenue is stuck, you don't need to fix your products or services. You need new audiences to discover you more consistently. Podcast guesting is the ideal way to be discovered 24 hours a day by your ideal clients. And guess what? The more people that know you, the more people can flow you. Head over to podcastmasterypack.com and take advantage of your first or next podcast. Let's go.
So you got that energy.
Yeah.
So what happened? Like, what did you create to now step into that? Because you didn't have the money before.
Right. I only had, at that point, probably offshore of like 1.6.
Okay. So you was a little short.
Yeah.
So what happened at that point?
So I'm like, okay, cool. I had enough money to get the LOI, which is the letter of intent, the purchase price or whatever the case is, the PO. You gotta
started the process.
Yeah, you gotta have that POF, right? The proof of purchase.
Yeah, facts.
So, proof of funds. So you gotta like look at them like, okay, cool. I got a proof of funds. They show that I got a little bit. They think I'm So I'm like, I need to come up with it. So I literally put that pen in the pad. I'm like, okay, Keenan, you are in e-commerce. You sell products for a living. and you've been able to sell a lot of products up to this point, but how do you sell a lot more? All right, so pretty much 5 million equivalent in our world is 50,000 products I need to sell.
50,000 units.
50,000 units.
What was the timeline?
So anywhere between 3 to 4 months. I didn't have that long because I was already competing with like the top doctor in this city.
So you have 4 months to sell 50,000 units.
Yeah, before the house was pretty much snatched up.
So people are struggling selling 50 units.
Yeah.
In 4 months.
Yeah.
So how you selling 50,000 in 4 months?
Come on.
When people competing, well not competing, they're struggling to sell 50.
Come on.
You selling 50,000 in 4 months.
Yeah.
How'd that happen?
All right, so with me, I teach people how to be the Gucci of whatever they're selling. So I teach them how to sell high quality, like literally up there with the tiers and pricings. So for me, products cost anywhere from $1 to $3, which me and my students normally pay that, $1 to $3 for products. And I teach them how to sell it for $40 to $60.
Yeah.
And most people are always selling things for $20, $15, you know what I'm saying, the homie price. Nah, that's not what you get from me. You're gonna get the same prices that you get in these other big stores, and that's what you're gonna pay us, because we determine the value.
Facts.
You feel me? Like if we're not saying that's the value, they're never gonna believe it. It's the same reason why we'll pay, $1,200 for a Gucci shirt, because they said that's their price.
Yeah.
Take it or leave it. Walk out the store if you don't want it.
Yeah.
And it does something to us. It triggers something in our brain and say, okay, cool. I believe I'm worth being inside this Gucci shirt. Just like people say, I'm worth purchasing his products, And it was one of those things where I'm like, okay, cool. I'm not losing no money if I discount it, right? Because up to then, I don't run discounts. Because you don't see Gucci or Louis Vuitton or any of those things for discounts, right? Like everybody be in the store of that.
Yeah. They already in the store.
They
They already lines.
Come on, what do you think all those stimulus checks with?
If a flash sale,
Bruh.
a Gucci, a Louis,
Oh man, they be out.
they ain't going nowhere. They gonna be there. They camping.
Yeah.
They gonna be nothing in the store.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where I'm like, okay, let me try to put my products on sale for a little bit. I was just trying all types of tricks and trades. I literally, one of those months, I went out of stock, but I had plenty of stock. Ooh, it was hurting me every single day not to sell things and see that account jump. But I'm sitting there like, I gotta starve them out. And everybody going crazy too. Where you go get some new products in?
So you building up the
anticipation. Yeah, they was going crazy. I'm talking about emails, texts, cussing me out, saying this is a travesty. I'm finna go shop with the competitor. And I gotta sit back and say, just wait, y'all, just wait. Products will be back in, At that point, everybody had a little change left over after COVID, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they trying to put it to where they can put their little hundreds to, you know what I'm saying? And I'm great with marketing in the sense of, hey, we here, but when you get here, you come see us. So people always, let me save a paycheck and let me save some money out of that paycheck so I can get these products. Let me get these products. Let me get this bundle. I want the top bundle. The top bundle probably $200. I need to save up a paycheck out of this or that after I pay the light bill, whatever. Boom, I want that, So the moment I launched it, that was a $1 million day. Was
that the first $1 million day?
Nah.
At that time?
At that time, I think it was.
Yo, that was a light flex too. He said $1 million day, y'all. I don't know if y'all caught that. You know what I'm saying? He didn't say $1 million, you know what I'm saying? $1 million in a day during that time.
Yeah. No, I think it was, because I did it. I did it a lot more times after.
Yeah.
But that let me know, this works. You start off people out a little piece.
Yeah.
They'll come back.
Facts.
And I literally ran it up just like that because I had the momentum. See, once I have momentum, I call it the avalanche effect. You have to pretty much keep that pressure and the momentum going. The moment you bring that much attention to your store, you have to keep the attention. Keeping the attention is something that most people don't do.
Yeah.
They have a business, they get one viral post, they celebrate that viral post. No, you need to follow up.
Yeah.
What is your lookalike content that's gonna match this content that you just posted?
Yeah, facts.
You want to reach more accounts, so you need to keep at that energy. Most people just try to celebrate too long, right? It's just like
they scoreboard watcher.
Yeah, and it's just like the boxer who might win a championship, be all high off the championship, sit out too long while somebody been training.
Yeah.
And by the time they get in there, instead of saying, I'm gonna come back in 6 months, they come back in a year and get washed by the person who been literally in the gym every single day.
Facts.
So it was one of those things when I'm like, no, I kept momentum up and I was able to afford the house, bro. I came back and said, I told you what I was about to do. Tell everybody no more. Tell the people at Shark Tank, because this is where a few of the big
episodes. Okay.
they used to come here and do their masterminds, you know, like rappers that shot Plaza. A lot of people that shot music videos here, you know, weddings for the elite. I'm like, tell all them, cut them out. Everybody.
It's
get
done.
Off the schedule.
It's done.
Off the schedule.
No more.
Not in this house.
Or the price going up.
I'm like, not in this house, man.
Yeah.
I already talked. I'm like, I talked to my wife. She don't want nobody in here for a whole year.
Yeah.
You feel me? Until we even think about doing anything. So, you know, yeah, that's what happened, bro.
So one of the things that I feel like some people may miss about you, right?
Yeah.
Because, you know, you flashy, you know what I'm saying? You again, flamboyant, stylish, you know what I'm saying? Presence.
Yeah.
You're a master marketer, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know that.
Yes, sir.
I realize that.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that. Where did you learn about, well, first of all, some people may not really truly understand marketing.
Right.
So could we start there real quick?
Of course.
Could we get a quick little marketing 101?
Yeah.
Because some people get confused with traffic and marketing. So let's just give a quick little 101, and then I want to kind of dig into your marketing brain a little bit.
Marketing to me is pretty much everything that you post, everything that's, you know, that's going to be consumed by the public eye has to be done on purpose. You have to have an intention of what these comments could look like by me doing said content. What conversation do I want to start? Or what argument do I want to start on behalf of said content that I put out there on the internet? These are the things that you have to think about. They don't have to be long. They can be short. It's just conversation pieces.
Yeah.
Right? Like, how can I get a conversation going in the comments about whatever I want them to pay attention to? If I want them to pay attention to a product, I'm going to make sure I focus about everything outside of the product. Because that's going to be the logical thing that's left there, right?
Yeah, facts.
Like if you see a murder, you're going to assume it was caused by a murderer, right? Same thing with like if you see problems and you see a problem fixed, you're going to assume something fixed that problem.
Yeah.
You know? And that's pretty much where your marketing or your service come in at.
Yeah.
So it's like, what conversation do you want to actually stir up from said content that you put in the world?
That's a good breakdown.
Yeah.
You know, so I just want to kind of give you all that really quick so I can kind of tap into your brain a little bit. So where did you learn about starting these controversial conversations,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, agitating a little bit,
Yeah.
And just kind of being very strategic with the conversation you're having and the content that you're creating,
Yeah.
you know, just the way that you do marketing. Where did that come from?
It came from extreme intent, right? But the thing is, I went broke 3 times behind trying to get to where I'm at today, right? And going broke 3 different times, I learned each time what's going on.
Broke? What is broke?
Broke at that time, right? Because I went broke in 3 different type of ways, right? Broke for me was from 10,000 to 5,000.
Okay.
That's the first time I went broke. From 5,000 to 2,500. That's the second time I went broke. To 2,500, well, no. I built that up from that second time being broke. Thought I had something great, right? Had $60K in the bank. And I had probably 10 in ones, because I used to collect ones and everything. Had the ones. Anyways, the last time I went broke, everything, every dollar. Because I entrusted in another brand.
Yeah, I remember that story too.
Yeah.
We're speaking to talk about that. That was the affiliate.
The
joint.
affiliate.
You know what I'm saying?
They did me dirty or whatever the case is, $0 broke. And that was $0 broke.
So your marketing mind, you're saying came out of a little bit of scarcity?
Yeah.
And it came out a little bit of survival.
Yeah.
So you kind of figured it out.
Yeah.
So you didn't really go nowhere, like you didn't go to a mentor to get the marketing. You just really kind of like figured that out.
Exactly. It was trial and error,
Yeah.
you know? So even when I was posting my brand, we already know it's gonna be some negative comments, period.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the thing that makes me different from everybody else, I don't run away from that.
No, not at all.
You feel me? So, and it started with my brand, because at that point, while I was building my brand, I wasn't building my personal brand. And I think that's very, important for the audience to understand.
Yeah, facts.
Personal brand, business brand, 2 separate things. Don't try to promote your your business brand on your personal page, because you might do things that might not be, worthy of an actual business.
Yeah, in alignment, yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to commingle the two. Like, I kept that separate. I was building a faceless business. So I wasn't even worried about me. I was just looking at the negative comments that was over here. What got to be in there? What's in there? That can't work. What's in that crack? I would pin that comment, and I would comment something like, it's something similar to crack. The ingredients is crack-ish, right?
Yeah.
And people would laugh, go crazy, and they would order immediately based off of the engagement that I had with that negative comment, right? And that's why I picked it up on my personal brand. Like, oh, no, no, bring it up. Because I already know. I know how to win every conversation that I get into.
Yeah.
And I only do that because I know what I know and I stay in that lane. I'm not going to talk about taxes if I don't know taxes. I'm not going to talk about credit. But if you say anything about e-commerce and money, come on this side. Because I'm going to bait you in a conversation that you cannot win, and it's only going to make me look better.
So you say you came from Section 8?
Yeah.
Food stamps?
Yeah.
And we're in this $5 or $7 million? $5 million palace. Really 10, y'all. Really 10. And you did it in 3 years.
Yeah.
For those that don't know you, might be learning about you for the first time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They see a successful,
Right.
digital entrepreneur, right? Sitting next to me right now. How did you do that so fast?
Right.
And then how did you change your mindset, right? Because at some point when you're there, right, with your wife, and you had kids at the time, with that type of pressure, you know what I'm saying, with that, you experiencing that in real life, how do you go through with your mindset? How do you switch your mindset, right? And I guess you could talk a little bit about the Skechers story too.
Yeah. So, well, Skechers was the thing that lit a fire under me, right? So, for all those who don't know, I'll hurry up and, blaze by that story. Working at Skechers, hard-working worker, you know what I'm saying? One of those people that says, yo, I'm gonna do everything for you. I just need respect as a man. That's all I ever wanted from anybody. Respect me as a man, I'm gonna work my behind off for you. Because that's all I cared about. I cared about respect, and nobody would give it to me because they were in a higher position than me. They will always flex that muscle at some point of the transaction or some point in the time. Like, I'm better than you, and I didn't like that. Like, you don't have to say that. You can feel that way. By all means, feel that way, but don't say it.
Yeah.
And it was that night where, I'm working. It was a busy Saturday. My sister, she texted me when I was coming off my lunch break saying, hey, mom just had a stroke. Get to the hospital right now, all caps. Let me know it was serious, because I know how we talk. If it's all caps,
it's real.
There's something up, And me sitting down hysterical, crying profusely, wiping my eyes, trying to go back out there to tell my boss, hey, I gotta go. I have to go see my mom right now, man. She just had a stroke. I gotta go. And him typing, looking up super slowly, and by the demeanor that he had in the posture, and how slow he looked up, you're thinking that he's gonna say something, but I'm like, he ain't gonna say it because that would be completely immoral for him to say what you thinking that he gonna say based off of his pop. I'm thinking like maybe he's gonna give me, okay, buddy, but was doing a dramatic pause, like he's gonna say something out of a movie, and he did just that. He said, you know what day it is? It's a busy Saturday. Go out there and sell some shoes. He put his head back down, continue to type. And I always tell people I had two options. I could show them where I'm from, because I'm from that, you know what I'm saying? Or I could show them where I'm going. And I chose option 2. I showed them where I was going. And I'm like, all right, whatever. Took off my Skechers shirt, I had a tank top underneath, tossed it, jumped in the truck, which was my mom's truck at that time, you feel me? And hauled my behind to the hospital, and seeing her in that position, trying to lean up and try to say my name, but it's slurred because with strokes, sometimes it's paralyzed, it's half your face. And just hearing how she's trying to say her baby boy's name, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a strong woman, a woman who will literally shop in Walmart for 30 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like out there do it all, like we're good to people. She's the oldest sister, so matriarch of the family. And just to see in that position hurt me. And it hurt me even more to know that I wanted to stay. I wanted to stay at my job, right? Because at that time, it was already hard for me. You know what I'm saying? It was hard for me to try to land, decent gigs and everything. And I felt terrible saying, oh my God, what do I do? What do I do? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do I do? Those was like seconds, but it still counted because those were seconds. What I'm gonna do? No, let me go see my mom, And I was like, nah, nobody is ever gonna play me like that ever again. So that's what happens, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the Skechers story. So that was the fire underneath the butt. Now where I got burnt was a story about the dumpster. That's what all that
The
came.
dumpster story is wild, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With the TV, you got to tell them about that. What's up, y'all? Listen, if you are a business owner or entrepreneur and you juggling your email, your text messages, you don't have a CRM, you don't have any automation, you don't even have your social media posts scheduled, I have the solution for you. What you want to do is tap into the lead attraction system. This is an all-in-one system that's going to handle your text messaging, your email, your CRM, your invoices, get you paid, your digital products, your memberships, your courses, your funnels, and also it's an all-in-one solution so you can get rid of all these other things. It's in one system, you pay one price every single month, and they also have a weekly office hours. So I don't know what you're waiting for. Tap into the platform and make sure that you grow your business. Lead attraction system, grab the link below. Let's go.
This story right here is the reason why I think this answers your first question when you say, yo, how did you get so much done in a short period of time, right? And I always say this is the origination of that feeling that will never go away since that day. You know, because I'm traumatized from it, but I use those anger, I use the sadness, I use everything that I felt then, and I use it for my greatness now. But if we go into the dumpster story, you know, this is me in the hood getting a 60-inch TV from the pawn shop. You feel me? I'm feeling like, okay.
Was it like Renaissance or something?
That, bro, I had a value pawn right up the street. So
crazy.
Where I used to bust down my food stamp money from, right, after I sold it to my cousin or whatever the case is, I used to bust down the food stamp money at the local seafood joint, right? In Tampa, you gotta try it. Shout out to Mr. Salem, that's my guy, you feel me? It's crazy, I spent so much money with him, we friends now.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but it was a value pawn right next door, and I seen the 60-inch TV. It wasn't even no money for real, you know what I'm saying? It was one of the joints where they turn off, turn on sometimes, so they let it go for the low.
Was it a floor model? Or was it like a slim joint or the floor model?
It was a slim joint. It was nothing like one of the big ones. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So it could go on the ceiling.
It could.
Okay.
Right?
I mean, not the ceiling, the wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was some joints that, you know, it says take as is. And bro told me like, listen, man, hey, this thing turn off and on sometimes. But guess what? You gonna have you a 60-inch TV.
Facts.
So I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna take that thing. I'm gonna watch TV and big. Until then, I was looking at 32 inches. You know what I'm saying? Like me and the family were watching off 32 inch. Yeah. So, you know, I'm proud. I'm taking it out the car, whatever the case is. We had like a little Nissan and everything. You know, I had to lay that on the front seat or whatever just to get it all in.
I remember that. I remember them days.
Yeah. So, you know, I'm taking it out like proud too, you know? I take it in the house and everything. I live on the second floor, so had to walk through. And it's a long walk till you actually get to the apartments. You know, when we was walking, we had to tell a couple people, excuse me, because they just stand on the block. That's what they do in my old neighborhood. They just stand on the block. Like they ain't got nothing else better to do but sit out there and watch people. You know what I mean? I ain't think too much of it because I was out there for, you know, at that point, 3 years or whatever the case is. So it wasn't even like I was thinking about it. You know, I stayed to myself or whatever the case is. I'm in and out, go work, come home. You know what I'm saying? One of those cats is like, yo, people don't bother me because I don't bother them, right? And I'm finna take out the trash. My wife said, can you bring your gun? You know, I'm like, why am I bringing the gun to take out the trash? Literally, I'm gonna be gone for like a minute and 30 seconds. A minute and 30 seconds, it's literally right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling her. Like, we're having this conversation. And she said, please, I don't know those people. You know, they ain't from around here, whatever the case is. They was looking at you some type of way, trust my discernment, You know, women got a different discernment than men.
Facts.
Because we just looking at what we looking at.
Yeah, logic.
Bro, I'm
trash, I'm back in.
Yeah,
real quick.
I'm trying to focus on playing Call of Duty when I get back upstairs because I got this new TV.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, I'm trying to get them optics right, you feel me? So I'm like, man, what would they do? It's just 30 seconds. She's like, please bring it for me. I'm like, all right, whatever. I ain't trying to argue with her. So I brought my gun, you know what I'm saying? I'm taking out the trash, you know, and you know, our dumpster is surrounded by, you know, like a fence, right? And it encases it. And, you know, on the ground is like gravel with dirt, so you can hear
steps.
Yeah, you can hear that. And I was hearing that pacing very fastly, like it was something coming towards me. What the heck? And then, you know, on some dumpsters, they got the mirror that you can see outwards. And I'm looking at the mirror and I seen same dudes running towards me, but running towards me with a posture, like they creeping. And I'm like, oh, I already know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? So I quickly dropped the last trash bag. I upped my joint. They came in there with theirs already up. Hey, take me upstairs. We want that TV. And I'm like, I'm finna take you upstairs. I already know what time it is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For one, what's crazy is we already understand how certain things go in the hood. If you take somebody upstairs, none of y'all might not make it out, especially if they feel like you've seen their face, or if they high heads, or if they took some, or whatever the case is. It gets real in those moments. And I'm like, yo, I'm not finna ruin this woman's life. Because at that point, my daughter she was in Alabama at that point. It's her son and her there. I'm like, I'm not finna allow anything to happen with them, you know what I'm saying? And mess up something of her life or whatever the case is, if something happens.
All in this moment.
All in this moment. So you gotta think, because people are yelling something towards you and your mind is racing like, nah, I ain't taking you upstairs. It ain't going like that, right?
Yeah.
So I'm over here getting loud at this point. I ain't taking y'all nowhere. What we finna do it right now. We finna handle this out here right now. I'm talking hard, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, help, please. Help!
Yeah, fact.
Please help, please, Lord. Help somebody. That's literally what I'm saying in my head.
Yeah, facts.
On the outs area, you gotta be tough.
Yeah,
like,
facts.
man, what you talking about? You ain't gonna, you know what I mean? Like, and everybody coming over their balconies, because, they got balconies in the hood. Everybody pretty much come over the step balconies, before they actually come down the steps.
Yeah,
you get that little balcony piece.
What's going on?
Yeah, they all paying attention and stuff. People got their phone out, they recording it. I'm like, man, y'all recording this? I ain't seen nobody on the phone calling nobody.
Yeah.
I see people get off the phone to record it. Like, how you got off the phone to record? Like, y'all waiting for something to happen so they can say, oh my God.
Yeah,
Like, bruh, yeah.
Facts.
And it's like my life flashed before my eyes, man. And all I could think about is like my daughter. I'm like, man, I'm finna turn her into a statistic. Like, my father got taken at a young age, and it was one of those things. I'm like, yo, I need to get out of this situation. You know what I'm saying? So eventually, it's like, nobody ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? My gun's still out, their gun's still out, right? It's like, man, let's just go. Boom. So they take off, jumped in the car. I run upstairs. I didn't talk to her for like an hour when I was up there. I was just in the shower crying. You know what I'm saying? Like, being for real.
That was the moment.
That was the moment.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, I gotta get out this hellhole. Because that's literally how I depicted where I stayed at. I depicted it as hell. Like, you coming back from a Saturday afternoon from, having fun, at the club or whatever the case is, that you got in free before 9, like, knowing that ain't right mentally, knowing that, okay, you work all week to go bust your check down and go get an outfit from Macy's that you're gonna take back on Sunday.
Yeah.
But you're trying to present like you're somebody that you're not, to go stand next to people who know that they're not somebody that they are.
Facts.
Just so y'all can pretend for a night. Just so you can go out to the club and feel like you somebody, like, yeah, I'm popping bottles, I'm doing this and that. Knowing that you broke as hell and don't even supposed to be in that situation. But you just out there like you living life for real. But you know for a fact, you living in this fantasy that you don't want to wake up from.
Yeah.
So me driving back to my old neighborhood, and you see women shouting for their little girl while their little girl twerking, dancing. I'm talking about these little girls like 10, 13 years old. You see the dudes looking at the little girls with sexual type of energy. And the women just sitting there like, yeah, that's my girl, that's my baby. And we pulling up like, where the hell are we, man? We in hell for real? I used to tell my cousin that all the time, because me and him, we was always going to those places together, going to clubs, coming home. He stayed like, a building over for me and everything, And I'm like, yo, this can't be life. This can't be life. Next week, our last week ever going out. And I only said next week because I bought an outfit. And I'm like,
Yeah, you already use this one.
Bro, I gotta use this one. I gotta use the outfit, And luckily, that's when I met my wife. That last week.
So that last outfit was worth it.
What? She said, I love those pants. Those pants got me.
That's crazy.
She always say that. She always say that.
So you already had a little style back then too?
Yeah. Oh, no, I was Papi Chulo now. I was just broke Papi Chulo.
Yeah, I got you.
I was broke, what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it was, at that point, it was get rich or die trying. It was one of those things where I'm like, yo, I need to figure something out.
Yeah.
I need to figure something out, because at this point, this ain't cutting it. You know what I'm saying? This ain't cutting it. No. So let me back up. Because around that time, me and my woman was together for three months at that point. We was together for 3 months at that point. And when I went out and I met her and everything, I done told the story so many times and so much emotion, whatever case. It's too crazy, right? It's too crazy. So she was like, hey, we're gonna go out this one more last time, just get out your system. Because I was one of those people that was still connected to, trying to feel like I'm somebody instead of just being who I was.
Yeah, facts.
She got with me because I was who I was. Just this natural, corny, laid back dude, who like anime. You feel me? made her laugh.
Yeah.
She was like, let's get it out your system. You know what I'm saying? And
She
was
said
the
that
last
to you?
time. Yeah, she told me. She was always more mature than me from the jump. You know what I'm saying? I was the cat that didn't know where my life wanted to go. You know what I'm saying? I was just trying to.
So you basically saying having a woman is important.
Man, come on, that's everything.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, look at kings. Kings have queens for a reason.
Facts.
And the kings that conquered, they had a good woman beside them, a woman that you can actually see real love from, right? And I always tell people, I'm like, imagine what a king went through that night with his lover, with his queen, before he went to war. Imagine the king that didn't come home and what he went through that night with his lover.
Facts.
So you think about the person who reigned supreme, made love to his wife, and on the verge of climax, she yelled, she whispers in his ear, come back home to me. What you think that's gonna do to a man? Like, it's gonna give him that ultimate motivation to go out there, conquer, do whatever is necessary.
Come on home.
And come home with a whole, hey baby, we named this place after you. We got a whole nother kingdom now. That's what a woman can do for you.
Yeah.
She could bring that out of you for real, you know? And I realized that because, you know, just her loving me, knowing that she didn't have to, right? I mean, you could be with anybody, you know what I'm saying? And we can say, we could be with anybody too, right? Fair enough, right? Like, everybody can be with anybody, but can you be with that person that make you feel like you can do anything in this world? That's a whole different type.
That's a whole different type, bro.
Yeah.
And that ain't just out there like that.
Not at all.
You know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
Yeah.
So it was one of those things, I'm like, okay, cool. We got it out of our system, you know, turned up one more time.
One more outfit.
One more outfit, you know what I'm saying? Like, and we got busy, man. We got busy, you know what I'm saying? It was get rich or die trying, because I always thought, man, those dudes gonna come back and finish the job. Like, maybe somebody like, nah, he might have seen us, you know what I'm saying, tweaking, you know what I'm saying, tweaking off drugs, probably like, nah, we gotta get it done.
What's the morning routine or the daily routine you getting out of the mud at that point? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Back against the wall, you just came out of a situation, you're emotional, you was in the shower crying, you know what I'm saying? Your wife is there, your kids is there.
Yeah.
You turn the switch on.
Immediately.
What's the habits, or what habits did you stop doing?
Yeah.
I mean, I assume you wasn't playing Call of Duty no more.
Nah.
Right?
Nah, hell no.
That's what I'm saying.
Hell no.
So what habits did you stop?
Yeah.
What habits did you immediately implement? And then how hard was it for you to keep that consistency or to become?
I got you. So at that point, you know, we're dabbling, we're trying to see what's good on the internet, whatever the case is. You know, affiliate marketing seemed like the thing at the time because, you know, a lot of people on the internet was marketing people products. They didn't want to let me in, you know, until somebody told me what was going on. And shout out to K-Way, you know what I'm saying? Like, finally told me, hey, this is what everybody on the internet, whatever the case is. Because until that point, I built a little presence up, you know what I'm saying? I was a guy that always had, like, you know, decent features before I got fat, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I had a couple women follow me and everything, you know what I'm saying? So I had a little presence, you know, at that time, you know what I'm saying? 20,000, 30,000 followers, but that was a lot back in the day, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you was somebody, but you're not, you know what I'm saying? For real.
Yeah.
So it was one of those things.
Popping on the net.
Come on, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Popping on the gram.
It was one of those things I'm like, okay, cool. Hey, all right, I need to figure out this and I need to make it hard and like go crazy with it. So pretty much 9 a.m. in the morning, that's when I woke up. Before I was waking up at 12, right?
12 o'clock, bro?
12 o'clock. Like,
on the East Coast?
Bro, it was one of those things where at that point, bro, I'm doing like little odd things here and there, right? To the point where I'm getting my bread up, to the point where $1,000 a week, I'm rich. Nobody ain't telling me nothing.
Yeah,
so I'm waking up when I want to.
Facts. Yeah, I can see that.
That's why I bought that 60-inch TV.
Yeah.
Because I'm feeling like I'm rich at that
It was
point.
a good week, bro.
So that was a flex, you know? Until I realized how broke I really am because I can't leave. I can't get my family out of this situation, right? I was always thinking like, yo, if they're going to come back, please let them come back when I'm not in the car with nobody. You know what I'm saying? Let it happen to me, not while we taking out groceries. You know, I used to tell them, hey, go upstairs. I got all this. I'm talking about taking 50 groceries. You know how we do anyways. We ain't coming back. We ain't making no 3 trips or 4 trips. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
So literally, I got 50 grocery bags in my hand, trying to hurry up and get upstairs and everything. Like, I'm like, no, I don't need y'all to help me. I don't need y'all to help me, you know, because that was always in my mind.
Yeah, you want to protect him.
I already know how bad my neighborhood was. Every time when it was just me and my daughter, and when I had on the summer times, I used to have to tell her like it's 4th of July every single day, because it was shooting every single night, you know, and she hates that noise. She don't like fireworks to this day because of that, and she's 13. She heard it too often, and now that she understands, she knows how dangerous it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She really does appreciate what we get, because she tell me, hey, thank you, Dad. You got us out situations that could have hurt me, you know? And it means the world to me to even hear that, you know what I'm saying? Or think that now. But yeah, man, so It was 9 a.m. It was the grind. It was like, hey, I'm marketing everything to these 20,000. I don't care. Y'all better like it. I'm gonna market it. I'm going crazy. And at that point, I don't know, man. I think it was offer. It was one of those, I don't know if you've seen it. It was back in the day when it says, hey, do you believe your girlfriend or boyfriend cheating on you? Text this number.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was. So it was on Instagram, and I would post a number in my link, and every time somebody would pay it, whatever, I would get like $12. But you do that all day,
You get some paper.
you get some paper.
Yeah.
So it was a point I went crazy, bro. I went crazy for like, I think, 2 months, man. I had enough money to move, rented a house. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't in the hood where I was at, but it was in the hood like, we're gonna steal out your car.
It was like hood adjacent. It was
Yeah.
still in the hood, but it was like a little better part of the hood.
Yeah, we're gonna steal your radio out your car.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna shoot you or kill you.
Facts.
We're not savages,
Yeah.
but we will steal your
We
radio.
will take something.
And your rims.
Yeah, I was gonna say the rims.
Or
too.
occasional your whole car. You know what I'm saying? Like, but they not killing you.
Yeah,
They're
facts.
bougie.
Yeah.
Bougie hood.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
facts.
saying? So it was one of those situations we moved there, man. And that was like one of my proudest moments, getting us out the hood, getting us out of hell. You know what I'm saying?
What habits did you stop?
Stop playing the game.
Clearly Call of Duty.
Call of Duty had to go.
Yeah.
Me thinking that I could do it by myself. Even though I pride myself on doing it by myself, I had to prepare myself mentally to learn from others. But I was learning in unconventional ways. What I mean by that is, you see my presence now and how I carry myself and everything now. Casino is like pretty much like 15 minutes from where I used to stay, 15 minutes from here, 15 minutes from where we came from the event. It's a close by, it's a thing, right? And I used to always go over there and sit by the high rollers, even though I know I only had like $100, $200 on me. I ain't playing because the hands are $100, $200 per hand, right? But I'm seeing them and I'm seeing their presence and I'm just sitting underneath them, listening to them talk to each other.
Conversations, yeah.
You feel me? And I'm acting as if I belong, right? I'm acting as if I belong. I had my daddy old suit and I used to always wear it. You know what I'm saying? It was big as hell, looked like a Steve Harvey suit back in the day. You know what I mean? So I was just sitting there like I belong, but I'm listening to their conversations. I'm looking at their posture. I'm fixing mine. I know how to sit up now. I know how to actually sit down in the seat. I'm learning, literally watching men that gave me James Bond vibes. As they're talking, they're articulating themselves, as they're having a good time with each other. And I'm just sitting over there watching their swag, their style, you know what I'm saying? And that's where I learned to have that confidence from, just watching other people, just looking at them, paying attention to everything.
Yeah.
And it was one of those things where I'm like, yo, I had to literally figure out how to change this, how to become more manly. I call it more manly because I know for a fact I was a child, man. Mentally, I was still a child. Like, I'll play the game all day. And when me making money, that made me want to play the game even more.
Makes sense.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's logical.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm gonna watch this cartoons, I'm gonna play this game.
Yeah.
And I love her for it, man. She always say, yo, I never wanted to change. I knew you would grow out. I knew you would grow out of this.
So your wife had vision.
Yeah, she rooted me on. She rooted me on. And she always says, like, I know if you was great at playing this game and killing people and doing all this other stuff on the game, y'all, right? That you will be a great man one day. You'll be a great leader. You'll be a great this. All I have to do is cheer you on, right? And it was true. She cheered me on in everything that we did, down to my first conference when I actually got a suit to fit myself. She was like, baby, you're gonna do amazing. You're gonna kill them. And I carried the same confidence that I seen other guys have in the casino into these public places. And it gave me this perception like, oh, you somebody. So it was one of those things, bro.
So what is more manly, bro? So like for those that are watching, I mean, you clearly identified that, right?
Yeah.
So what are some of those attributes that you saw that are part of who you are now?
Yeah. So I committed myself to a men's meeting. It was ran by my cousin, my cousin's husband. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much my cousin-in-law. So he ran a men's meeting, where we talked about God, the Bible, and the majority of all of them was married. You know what I'm saying? So they carried themselves a little different.
That's kind of like the situation I'm in now. Like all my friends for the most part are either married or no, think about it. All my successful friends are married.
Yeah,
you
bro.
know what I'm saying? Or they've been married.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And it was one of those things like, okay, committing to a woman. And most people say, I can tell how you run your business by how you love your woman. You know what I'm saying? And I would used to hear that all the time. You know what I'm saying? And like, you love your woman? Yeah, I love her. Why you marry her? I'm scared. Scared of what? Just scared of the whole marriage thing. I'm scared of breaking up. I'm scared of this and that, taking half of what? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, what you got?
You know what I'm saying?
Right now.
Like that little buddy ain't doing nothing right now, you know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things that's like, you know what? That's true. Let me commit myself to this one woman, man. Let me actually focus on her. You know what I'm saying? Let me actually try to build a legacy, a foundation with one person. To me, that's more manly than anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And raising your kids properly. Going out there, make sure that, I can't tell you how many times the TV was on while I was grinding super heavy. Like, sacrifice is one of the biggest things. Like, my way of sacrificing, ain't nobody gonna want to do that.
Yeah.
What I did, I don't know if you want to get into that, but what I did, I don't think too many people are fond of it.
What is that?
All right.
What is the sacrifice?
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, we got to hear that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, gave up holidays. Every last one.
I want you on that. I'm at the check boxes.
Come on.
All right,
come on.
cool. Holidays.
Gave up all holidays. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? Birthdays.
Yep. Okay.
Come on. Like, I'm talking about, took the kids' birthdays away, told them, hey, we can't do that this year. When daddy get in position, I'm gonna get you everything. Because when I met my wife, she had a 4-year-old son, I had a 4-year-old daughter, right? So they only experienced one Christmas.
That they miss.
One Christmas. They only experienced one.
Yep.
Everything else after that, cut it off.
Okay.
Right? Our birthdays.
Yep. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It was one of those things where it's like, and it was adjustment, of course. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was okay not celebrating my birthday. You know what I'm saying? My wife, freshly, getting with me, it was like, all right, no Christmas, okay. No birthdays? Hold on, man, what's going on? What we doing? What are you doing, for real? I'm like, no, we got to put everything back in the business, At that point, like, no, we eating off the dollar menu. We finna stack this bread up. We finna go crazy.
Yeah.
So took away the holidays, and I know that's heavy for people, because people got family members that entice them. My family members tried to entice me too. They're like, oh my God, you can't take that away for the kids. Is it really for the kids?
Yeah.
If we really thought about it, not even from biblical standpoints, right? Because that's a whole nother thing. But if we look at the economic standpoint, if we look at Christmas, divorces happen at Christmas, bankruptcies happen. All these things happen either on this holiday or shortly after, due to them going in their reserves and paying for things that they can't afford just to make people happy.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? I never agree with my mama putting me on a man's lap. You know what I'm saying? And we know most moms don't even do background checks.
Facts.
You don't know who getting off on that.
Yeah.
Who feeling like, oh yeah, let me put these kids in they're in Candyland.
Yeah.
You got types of perverts running around this world and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You just put your kid on their lap or whatever case. Why am I on the Easter Bunny lap? This is not a real bunny. This is a man.
This
a
what it makes
full-grown man that don't know me. I don't know him. Why we got pictures? I ripped them pictures up, boy, as soon as I got grown up. Like,
That's crazy. That's crazy.
What? I would never do that to my children. But it was one of off that. But every holiday had an economic ploy to make people poor, right? And every holiday, every year, they got better at marketing.
Yeah.
So Christmas went from each household spending $500 a year in that one day, that one
holiday. Yep.
to $900 to $1,000. And it's growing every single year to the point where people will have no money.
It's strategic.
Right? To make their quote unquote family happy, even though it's 24 hours. It's only 24 hours. But somehow people will make those 24 hours bigger than anything in the world. So boom, we done with the holidays. We done with the birthdays. We've been done with this. And I said, baby, when we be able to celebrate, we'll actually get there. It got so bad to one point, one of the years, they threw a birthday party for me that I wasn't even at.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm at the house, 2019, no lie. I'm at the house. My wife got me a guitar. I'm like, thank you, baby. So I'm there just trying to play it. While they're celebrating my birthday, everybody pissed off. Then I'm like, everybody.
Yeah.
How the hell? How we gonna throw a birthday party? He ain't there. It's my standard.
Yep.
I'm not comfortable. When I look in this bank account, it don't look birthday party worthy.
That's heavy.
At all. And I'm like, nah, this ain't what I want to do. This ain't what I want to be. So I'm going to literally sit here and I'll make it happen. I'm going to focus. That next year, I made $122,000 on my birthday. And then my wife booked the yacht. I was on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, it makes sense you hit the yacht, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That makes sense. So what about mentorship, man?
Yeah.
So like, you make millionaires.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like that's part of your brand now.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? How many you got now?
A couple hundred if we're talking about literally homegrown, right? So let's say 150 from zero to millions, right? But I've helped hundreds of people get from 100,000 to a million, 200,000 to a million. People already have brands, they just need to learn how to market.
So, bro, like if somebody watching this, they're probably like, yo, this dude's full of it, man. How you helping these people? How you helping multiple people get to the $1 million status? Man,
so I got a variety of programs that offer different things, right? For different places of your journey that you're in. You're just not starting, I got a $45 monthly program for that, right? Unlimited access to all that content on how to start and grow a successful business step by step. Just the same way I did it. I was creating millionaires off that program because that's the only one that I had. And at that point, I produced 12 millionaires before I even created a different program.
And this is in e-commerce?
In e-commerce, right?
Which is something anyone can do.
Anybody, you know? And then it got to the point where people was getting rich in restaurant business, trucking, taxes, credit, is because I was teaching them how to market themselves. To the point where it's like, oh dang, I don't just do e-commerce, but I teach people how to brand themselves and market now. And I have the data to prove that. Everything I say, I have a student that validated that claim. You know, like if I say I do something, I didn't say I create millionaires until I created my first 2 billionaires. Right? Because I could say I created a millionaire. I create millionaire. That's a 1, right? Now I create millionaires, I created 2. And then so on and so forth, did all this other things, man. So I got different tiers for different things.
So on the internet, you talking a lot of, I mean, you talk really spicy. You know what I'm saying? On purpose.
For sure.
So some of that's marketing, some of that's bravado. Why do you feel like you need to have a presence like that online?
I wanna repel the people that I'm not targeting. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm targeting the person that's tired. When you're tired, you'll listen, right? You'll listen. Once you get through the hard, you know, external that I put out a lot externally that may, you know, seem harsh or hard, or he doesn't really care so much. But people, once you know what care is, once you know what true passion is, you can tell I care more than your mom's. I care more than your brother, your cousin. Like, I'm there, you know, because I'm already successful. I don't have to do anything. I just sold my business. You know, I don't have to ever be on the internet ever again in life. But I choose to come out here and help people. And if they don't pay attention. So I know I have to attach a price to it because that's the only thing that we take serious.
Facts.
You know, if we pay for some shoes, we're gonna make sure they don't get creased. If we was giving some shoes for free, they gonna be our house shoes in a bit.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where it's like, yo, I want to get rid of as much people that's not for me as possible. Because if you're a snowflake, you ain't gonna make it in business. This is more gangster than the streets.
Yes, facts.
Go ask taxi people who was making 100,000 plus a year, living their life, get to be as rude as they want to everybody who they pick up.
That's true.
To little Uber running around.
With that medallion, they go crazy.
Right?
Yeah.
Look, when Uber come around, pretty much say, I like your block, I'm gonna take it. Now those same taxi drivers making anywhere from 10 to 30,000 a year. Lifestyle dropped immediately. Business pretty much shambles because somebody wanted what you had on that block. Because it's companies and it's people who see, and that's why I say I always gotta stay on my P's and Q's. Because there's somebody trying to be Papi Chulo 2.0, right? So I gotta focus on becoming Papi Chulo 3.0. Because there's always gonna be somebody looking at what you're doing and saying, I'm gonna find the plot holes and I'm gonna do it better. They done did it in business too many times. More gangster in the streets. Because, I mean, what happens in the streets? You lose your life, you just one person. But the wrong business move, generations don't eat. You know what I'm saying?
And employees get laid off.
Employees, hundreds of people.
So let's talk about the business real quick. Want to get into that. Explain to people, I should say.
Right.
A little bit about the e-commerce and what you got going on now.
Gotcha.
I just tapped into one of the mentorship programs that you're in. You know what I'm saying? You've been leveling up crazy. So when we just talk about like all of the things, Papi Chulo business.
Got you. So we'll go through the programs first and then we'll go through why it's so important to join any high level master.
Let's do it.
Or mentorship, right? So what I got going on for the people, you know, I got different tiers. 45 monthly, 5,000, 10,000, 50,000. That's a VIP day with me here at the mansion as I help you set up your business. 100,000, that's a done for you, pretty much where me and my team get together. We do it for you and hand you a business once it's past 10,000. And I got $1 million program, you know, where I'm 50-50 business partner.
You got $1 million program?
$1 million program, unapologetically too.
How'd I run it?
Bro, I'm your 50-50 business partner, whatever business you have currently, or one that I know for a fact will make us 10 million in the next 2 to 3 years. You know, I done already did this too many times. You know, scale business from 6, 7, 8 figures. I got the models already. You know what I'm saying? To the point where it's like, it ain't nothing for me to run up another business because there's no competition. There's no such thing as oversaturation in
Yeah, there's not. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no such thing as oversaturation, period, in this world. There's over 8 billion people on this planet. How can anybody think it's something oversaturated? And if you do believe that, look at the bread owl. That'll change your mind when you see it.
Yo, that's a good one. Someone said that to me earlier this week. We was talking about that.
Come on.
Saturation. Just go look at the brand now.
And they still there, 10, 15, 20 years strong. Why you think? Because somebody buying, it's somebody for whatever bread on that owl.
Facts.
I don't like saying me, I'm gonna get this one, I'm gonna get the wheat bread, I'm gonna get the, you see what I'm saying? People got their preference.
Shout out to Ezekiel bread. I'm only tapping to that.
Come on, okay.
Be in the fridge too. You know what I'm saying? Gotta keep that fresh. You feel me? You feel me? That's like $11 bread.
Hell yeah, hey, that's gonna stay there. That's gonna stay there.
That's bread like $11.
That's gonna stay there. Ain't nobody get that. You good. That's never gonna be oversaturated. You hear me?
Facts.
But yeah, man, like, it's one of those things where it's like, there's no such thing as oversaturation. So, you know, I tell people, they might be, oh man, why do you have things that expensive? You know, why charge somebody that much? That's my value. That's my value and that's my time. I have a wife and 4 children that I love dearly. Every second that I'm away from them is a second I'm giving them away to somebody else. It has to be working for me, you know? Got a $10,000 program where you get an hour of my time, right? We go beat up, we go have lunch. I give you my $5,000 program included. And I just sit there, break down all the plays and so you can succeed even faster and then be able to go buy the 50 to 100 or whatever the case is if you don't got it. But that's where I value my time at. 10,000 for an hour of my time. That's cheap on the low end. By the time this might be out, it might be 50,000. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, listen, why not?
it's one of those things, man, like, yo, it's like, yo, and that's what I love about, you know, the mentor that I have now, right? The one that you just shot.
Yeah.
Shout out to Myron.
Shout out to Myron.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I met him, I was already at 10 million plus, you know what I'm saying? But he had something that I know for a fact I want. You know what I'm saying? The confidence to say, hey, you got to stop looking at certain people account. You got to stop looking at their bank account as if it's, as if it's, you're thinking about yourself back in the day, right? And he told me that personally, like, Keenan, you got to stop. I only had a $45 monthly program, no man. That's all I had.
Yeah, you running out now.
You feel me?
Yeah, you running out with nothing.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He said, yo, you got to think about how can you get somebody results faster, you know what I'm saying, for a price that they respect. And that's a difference. Because I have a lot of people that didn't even open that program up. They just pay every single month because it's affordable.
Yeah, 45.
Right? That's like Netflix. You don't got to watch it for a couple months, but you know
I
it's
don't
there.
even watch my Netflix, but it's there.
You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
Because now what about Netflix charge you $10,000 a month?
I'm probably watching that one.
You feel me?
Downloading everything.
You feel me? And it's one of those things where when we pay, we really pay attention. We pay a lot, we do a lot. We do a lot, we have a lot.
Pay a lot, do a lot, have a lot.
Come on, you pay a little, do a little, have a little, right? And those are the principles that, you know, that I learned. That I'm like, okay, cool. If I charge somebody more, they'll do more work, which means they'll make the money faster, which means they're happier, which means that now we can produce results in a faster period of
time, yeah.
I create millionaires in anywhere from 10 to 12 months now when they're on it. And those are the ones that's always tapped into the higher levels because they say, yo, I want to hurry up and 10X this thing.
Yeah.
Pay that 10X first. And let's get it.
Yeah.
You already a person who I believe if you can accumulate that much money or, you know, be able to maneuver and save your money that much, you're capable of doing some crazy things so fast, which is why I know you're going to go crazy.
I'm excited, bro.
Yeah,
man. You know what I'm saying?
That's for me.
It's going to be good, bro.
Come on.
So listen, you in Myers mentorship, you've been in there.
Yeah.
Why do you continue to invest in mentorships and what's the importance of that?
Man, to show people that they can, you know, for real, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Like when Myron called me and said, bro, I got a VIP day, you know, come fly on this jet with me, pick my brain for a whole day, $200,000. I'm like, 200,000? I stay in the same city as you. If I want to pick your brain, we can go to lunch.
Yeah, facts.
Right?
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where I'm like, that's that man's value. That's where he placed his value at. I want to tap into some of that energy to even understand that. So I was the first person who ever paid it. You know, I said, okay, cool. I'm the first person he called. I'm the first person to accept it. I'm like, let's go, right? And as soon as I took that trip, I opened everybody's mindset to say, oh, I can pay $200,000 because I'm a premium value buyer, right? Because you can't have premium value customers if you're not a premium value buyer.
Facts.
I tell people that say, yo, I want your program for free. Can you give it to me? Why you ain't helping out the people for free? So I'm going to teach you how to sell products, not for cheap, but for high. And you didn't give me no money. So you gonna be that cheapo, that cheapo people,
cheapo
right?
people,
That freepo people, really.
Yeah.
You want it for free, but you wanna have people pay you a lot of money? What type of logical sense? What type of moral sense does that set for the present? You know, you won't be successful.
Yeah.
You know, so I show people here, yo, if I pay 50, if I paid 200,000, you can pay 50. You can pay 100,000. You can pay these things because I did it.
Yeah.
And why did I do it? Because I know for a fact that's what I'm worth. It shows more about you than it does about him. That's his value, and your value is I take premium offers because I'm a premium value buyer, and I attract premium value customers based off of the decisions that I make right then and there. So that's why I continue to invest.
Damn, man. I felt that.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You popped that 200. I think it's like 350 now.
Oh, yes, sir. Boy, I feel bad for everybody else. I'm like, boy, I gotta, you know, like,
You know what I'm saying?
That's one of those things.
That's the extra 1/5 right there.
Boy, hey,
You know what I
look,
mean?
my boy pop up on the golf course.
Was
I'm
it
out
worth
there.
it?
Of course.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've done several $1 million days.
Yeah.
Today you see me just walk across the stage, get my $1 million in a day shield. You know what I'm saying? And I tell people, like, that's why I don't mind charging people $1 million.
Yeah.
I done that in a day several times.
Yeah.
This ain't my first time getting an award by him. You know what I'm saying? So it lets me know that, yo, you need to learn from people who are actually doing things
it.
that,
Yeah,
you know?
doing it real time.
And that's crazy for real. Still crazy. Walking across stage in my head, like, this is crazy. I'm doing this, bro.
Yeah.
If you're working for 40 years,
You ain't doing that.
come on.
Yeah.
Come on. And it's one of those things, you doing it in 24 hours.
Yeah.
You define physics right now. You know what I'm saying? At least
For real.
9 to 5 physics.
Yeah.
You feel me? But
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
real time travel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I tell people that makes us immortal. Because literally, if somebody working for $20 an hour for 40 years, they make $1 million. They will never see it, right? Because they got bills and all that other stuff, and inflation and all that other taxes and all that good stuff. But that's what they'll make. But if we make $1 million in a day, we just took 40 years off our life.
Facts.
And if we keep making money,
Yeah.
we have now lived for essentially like thousands of years.
Yeah,
So
bro.
we're immortal.
That's crazy. So yeah, man, we talked about a lot, bro.
Yeah.
Family, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This amazing palace.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? How you got it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? The gun story, which I think is wild. Skechers, affiliate marketing.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Mindset.
Yeah.
You know, you just being smooth, dapper.
Come on. Yes,
You know
sir.
what I'm saying? The weight loss journey, that's a whole other thing. We could tap into that later.
Yeah,
but,
we got
I
to.
mean, bro, that's
Yeah.
a whole journey. Y'all can actually check him out on his page for that if you want to see that.
60 pounds down, baby.
But what is something you want to lead the people with? And then how can they tap in with you?
Man, listen. Everything that you have on your page and in your channel, man, is amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that what got me drawn to you, you know? So I would tell your audience, definitely, man, follow this man. You know, he's around the right people. You know, he's investing. He's walking the walk and talking the talk, which is my people's. You know what I'm saying? And follow the people that's walking the walk and talking the talk, because those are the people that you need to learn from. And I always tell people, imagine if you're going to Disneyland. It's a long line in Disneyland. Trust me, I live in Florida, right? You bring your family out there, you bring your date, you're gonna be hot and sweaty and musky. But you can go buy that fast pass.
That's worth it.
And you can skip everybody else. Get a mentor, get that fast pass, skip everybody else.
And then how they find you?
Papi Chulo, man. Papichulo _Dreaded on Instagram. The blue check one, not the other ones from Nigeria. That's not me. I will never hit you up. I won't say hello, Grand Rising, brother. That's not me. That's them. Don't get scammed by them, all right? So follow me, Papichulo _Dreaded on Instagram, man. Check out my content, man. See why I create the most millionaires. I'm pretty sure you'll find that conclusion real quick.
Yeah, he pops a lot of ish, talks a lot of ish.
Heavy.
And he got the stats to prove it, man.
Come on.
It's been another episode on the Pursuit Podcast.
Man, come on.
My guy,
Thank you
Keenan
for coming,
Williams.
bro.
You know what I'm saying? Papi Chulo Dreaded. Make sure you guys tap in, follow him, leave a comment below. We'll see you guys on another one.
Let's go.